7. Barrett outside, the switch. Doncic goes, oh, what a great step! And then he hammers it home! Broke his ankles!
Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video. I hope all is well, and of course you guys are doing well. It's going to be the new year very soon. It's your time to set brand new goals, and I hope you guys do achieve them, because it's really hard to set goals but also achieve them, or even try to attempt to achieve them, because so many people set goals and don't really attack their goals. So anyone that set goals, like, I hope you're prepared for it mentally. I hope you're prepared for it physically, and you're just ready for all the obstacles, or you're going to fight through any adversity. So happy new year to all of you guys out there. I really do appreciate you guys sticking with the channel no matter what, through the tons of highs and lows of the New York Knicks. Like, my channel's been up and down, but I really do appreciate you guys. This channel would not be possible without you guys. But this win felt good. You know, we snap a 5-game losing streak. Some people say this is a game you should win, but then at the same time, no Jalen Brunson, no RJ Barrett, 2 key starters. And then the Rockets, I understand they have not been winning a lot of games. They have 10 wins entering this game, but you see the tons of high upside when it comes to their young talent, such as now Peren Şengün, such as Jalen Green, such as Kevin Porter Jr., Tari Eason, and even more. Like, they have tons of players that are 22 years of age and younger, and you see the high upside of talent, because they even has shown this season that they had a huge win over the 76ers with Harden, with Embiid playing, with Tobias Harris. Obviously, Maxey was not playing in that game, but that shows that, like, they have so much high upside, at least when it comes to the offensive side of the basketball. They still have work to do when it comes to figuring out how to win games on defense and cleaning up the turnovers. But they have tons of talent, but Peren Şengün did not play in this game. We're on the road. We're 19-18. This is their first time entering a new year over 500. I believe since 2013, Alan Hahn said, that was on the telecast or the broadcast with Mike Breen, because even though we were the 4th seed a couple years back, we got off to a hot start later on in the season, and we weren't even over 500. Wow, yeah, the last time we entered the new year over 500 was the year we won over 50 games, and we lost in the second round of the playoffs versus the Indiana Pacers. I'm not going to get into how that ended, obviously, but the final score being 108-88, we come out victorious. We're 19-18 on the season, and I love the way the New York Knicks overcame that first quarter, because I'm not going to lie, that first quarter was pretty damn ugly. So as a whole, the Houston Rockets, like, they scored field goals, but they made 8 3-pointers in that first quarter. I did not like the way the perimeter defense was. I remember Jalen Green hitting a ridiculous deep 3 on the left wing. He has the capability of knocking down crazy shots. Difficult shot maker, high flying athlete, got the snatchbacks, high vertical when it comes to his jumper. So it's hard to really contest that jumper outside on the perimeter, especially when it is falling. The New York Knicks eventually did adjust to it, but Jabari Smith Jr. got off to a really hot start shooting the ball. Like, he hit a couple threes early in this game. I just did not think we rotated well at the very beginning of this game, or just like in the first quarter, you could say as a whole. We allowed 35 points when it came to that first quarter, and really think about this. So the Houston Rockets hit 8 3-pointers in that first quarter. I believe the Knicks hit like 1 or 2. We were awful in that first quarter shooting the basketball. So the Rockets made 8 3-pointers in that first quarter, but they made 3 2-point field goals in that first quarter. So that just showed the confidence from beyond the arc. They didn't even bother to shoot twos, or like, they barely attempted them in the first quarter. It was unbelievable. Randall, we know he gets off to very hot starts shooting the basketball, and he scored very well in that first quarter, and he just had a brilliant game quickly as well. I'm going to definitely be getting into just pretty much everything in this basketball game, but defensively, I definitely did not like the way we played at all. To be completely honest with you guys, there was a moment, it's so frustrating. I believe these last 4 games, he's averaged one of these a game that Grimes fouled someone at the 3-point line. He fouled Kevin Porter Jr. at the 3-point line. That was extremely frustrating in this game. McBride did play some very tough defense, though, in that first quarter. He had a very nice defense play on Jalen Green, and he had tons of good defensive plays throughout this game for sure, but God, he was god-awful from beyond the arc. That's the big thing with him. Like, he needs to start knocking down these wide-open 3-pointers. I'm not asking for him to be like elite offensively or anything like that, but you have to make these open threes. He was 1 of 8 from beyond the arc, and he's pretty much struggled as soon as he's been getting minutes shooting the basketball. And I know everyone's going to bring up the sample of the G League. It's completely different. Like, having a skill set in the G League compared to like actual NBA games when it comes to the athleticism of players, and like like bench players in the NBA, like good bench players in the NBA, or like even better or way better than some starters like in the G League. It's just a total gap level and just the systems and all that. Like I'm not pretending to say I'm like a coach or anything like that, but it's just a totally different like whole level there. And like you have a different role in the team. But McBride played some tough defense for sure. But yeah, the Knicks were terrible from three. Couldn't get much going from beyond the arc at all. The defense was pretty damn atrocious. But the New York Knicks did a good job really turning it around after that. Because, yeah, we allowed 35 points in the first quarter, but then 88 points. Like, the Rockets ended up scoring the game. Like, Jalen Green started making some erratic decisions, started turning the ball over, started taking questionable shots. Randall really attacked Jabari Smith Jr. That's how Randall really got cooking. He got to the free throw line like constantly. But gosh, could we knock down our free throws? I know we won, but it's still frustrating. Could we execute from the damn free throw line? But Randall got Jabari Smith Jr. into foul trouble early. I believe in that first quarter, or at least even a little bit into that second quarter. Like, Jabari Smith Jr. picked up 3 fouls. Yes, he hit a couple threes early, but that really took him out of the rhythm in this game. And he's been starting to play some solid basketball lately, but Randall's just stronger than him. He's just more physical. Yes, Jabari Smith Jr. may have the length, but he's still a rookie in this league at the end of the day. It doesn't matter that you were the 3rd overall pick. You still need to adjust to the league. And Randall did a great job just like fighting for position in the interior. Most of his points really came from the free throw line, knocking down threes from the outside. When this was a ball game, or even when the Knicks were taking over, not like he hit like a crazy amount of twos or anything like that. Eventually he did. Like, he had some big, like, powerful slams. Like, one play was like pump faking in the interior, just threw down a vicious slam, a nice alley-oop when it was kind of garbage time, I believe, in that fourth quarter. It was a really nice read to find Julius Randle for the slam, but I love the way Randle played. He even made some nice passes, and there wasn't really much complaints defensively after that first quarter, to be honest with you guys. Like, maybe there was one play that really pissed me off. He missed the 3, though, when Kevin Porter Jr. was just standing alone for a 3-pointer. And Kevin Porter Jr., he's not a point guard in my opinion, but he is a true gifted scorer of the ball. And he's been like that since coming out of USC. I believe he went just isolation off the dribble. His 3-point shot has improved. His body control around the basket. He's a good athlete, and there was tons of character concerns with him heading over from Cleveland and like the Rockets getting him and all that. But he could score the heck out of that basketball, and he's a very, very talented player. But I love the way the Knicks were competing defensively, the way we're reading passing lanes. And yeah, the Rockets had some bad turnovers. I'm not gonna lie. A lot of their turnovers were kind of like mental errors or like on them, but then quickly did a good job reading passing lanes. I thought we did a really good job competing. But yeah, getting back to Randall, he made some really nice reads that I was like, damn, Randall, that's a nice ass read. Especially when he found Grimes later in the game when he was in the corner, like trapped, and he just threw a freaking dime. And usually those are passes that shouldn't be allowed. Like when you're standing on one corner, throwing it to the other corner, kind of near the left wing, but he was able to just throw a dime that was pinpoint to Grimes for a 3. And after Grimes did foul Kevin Porter Jr. at the 3-point line, I thought he was pretty solid after that game. After that in the game, he knocked down his open shots, which was good to see, or at least most of them. He did a good job cutting, or they were able to find Grimes in the corner. No one really had him baseline. He was able to throw it down. He had a very tough finish over Jabari Smith Jr., which is like Jabari Smith Jr. has been a very gifted defensive player, and I love the way he attacked on him. But no complaints from Randall. 35 points, was a beast on the boards, competed defensively, looked like a leader to me. When it looked like the Rockets started to come back a little bit, he hit a huge 3 on the right wing. Fournier, I got to give credit to him. Fournier is terrible on defense, but he's been a true professional. He hasn't complained about his role. And there was a moment in this game when, yeah, we're up double digits. I believe we're up like 14 or something at this point in the game. And then Kevin Porter Jr. knocks down a 3. And I believe Jalen Green knocked down a 3, and Kevin Porter Jr. knocked down a 3 at one point to cut it to an 8-point game. And it just looked like all the Rockets were coming back. They were starting to build momentum, but Randall continued to he just continued to do a great job drawing fouls. Evan Fournier hit a big momentum-changing 3 in this game as well, which was freaking awesome. So I just love that he's always been prepared no matter what. Is he a player here moving forward? No. But I just love that he's been a true professional about it. Just really with this entire group. But Randall, physicality-wise, attacking the basket, using his athleticism, making very nice reads out there on the floor, knocking down ridiculous three-pointers. There's some shots that I'm like, that's just not a good shot. But then when you're on fire, you could say he deserves them in those moments. But sometimes we just have to look out for that. Like, we have to look out when it comes to our shot selection so we don't let like the opposing team build momentum, and that's for all players. I'm not just putting that on Randall, but I thought he was very physical defensively, went after his opponent, went after the defense, and he played at a good pace. But early on in the first quarter, yeah, we played with no pace at all. Emmanuel Quickley, freaking amazing. Emmanuel Quickley was a beast. He was able to get to that floater. You could tell just having another year under his belt in this league, him being stronger, finished very well at the basket. He was fighting over screens. He did a very great job on closeouts. Same thing with Grimes. Same thing with McBride. Like, he hustles. He plays so hard out there on the floor, and he was one of our best defensive players. He came up with a few steals, or at least a couple steals, when he jumped the passing lanes. And I didn't feel like he had a crazy efficient game, but he definitely did have a high impact. He rebounded the ball well, made very nice reads out there on the floor. I wasn't getting that Quickly of last game. Quickly had a career high last game. So let's see how many Quickly finished with 27 points, 7 assists, 5 rebounds. And maybe it was just my perspective watching this game. Yes, he had tons of points last game, but I didn't get that Quickly just like, I'm just dribbling the ball out possessions, and I'm just going to chuck up a shot at the end. I felt like he kind of was learning in the process throughout this game, but beats defensively, scoring the basketball at a very high level, and we needed another great scoring game from Quickly, another great scoring game from Randall, but most importantly, defense, because yes, they scored very well last game, but I thought they're kind of up and down defensively, and especially because we don't get much production scoring off the bench at all, pretty much. Like, outside of Fournier was our leading scorer coming off the bench with 8. Jericho Sims, like, we have those scripted plays that Quickly finds Jericho Sims and he throws it down. Harnstein is just like, gosh, like Harnstein, 15 minutes, 0-1, 4 rebounds, 1 assist. I don't know. I just feel like, 3 fouls. He just gets into foul trouble way too much. I feel like he's just undisciplined all the time, but there is literal no complaints. Mitchell Robinson was also a key reason we were able to ignite this defense. Like, the rotations got better, the communication got better. We started to defend the three-point line a lot better. But Mitchell Robinson, 3 blocks alone. Like, he had 3 blocks this entire game. 3 of those blocks came in the second quarter. He was a beast on the boards. I said I wanted Mitch to get back to, like, rebounding in those double digits. And I believe he finished with 12 rebounds in this game. Like, he was mentally tough. He played hard. You got those high-energy plays from him, and you got those high-energy plays from Grimes as well. When Grimes fought for the ball on the floor, he made sure it wasn't a jump ball this time, and the Knicks were able to get the basketball. But I think one of the key reasons, if I'm being real, the New York Knicks won this game. Defense, like overcoming adversity of just playing bad defense in that first quarter. The ball movement, the unselfishness, Quickly passing the ball, Randall passing the ball. Just overall, you got 19 points from Grimes. You got over 20 points from Quickly. You got Randall with 35, them passing the ball. Mitch was able to rebound well. He was able to defend well in the interior. But then also the Rockets did help you out with tons of turnovers. Like, yes, we forced turnovers, but gosh, they were undisciplined with the basketball. But credit to Grimes, credit to his overall team for helping on a Jalen Green, or Grimes defending a Jalen Green. I thought we did a good job on him. So credit his team for being physical, and they took advantage of no Alperen Şengün being there because Bruno Fernando was pretty much a non-factor in this game. We got into Jabari Smith Jr. early, like we got him into foul trouble early, like just huge X factors. Like Kevin Porter Jr., credit to that man. He's just a true bucket getter, but good win, felt good, rebounded the ball well. It's a game you're supposed to win, but then at the same time, no Brunson, no RJ. It's still going to be kind of hard, but the Knicks took care of business. Let me know down below your thoughts. Peace out, y'all.